Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show, the Big Daddy G Show.
Here's Yo Daddy. Hey kids, welcome to the Big Daddy G Show. Today we have a very, very special guest. We had her in our smaller studio about a year ago, and I gotta get every last drop in there. So she's back to play for us again. I'm gonna make sure I said this right. Mandy Rowden. Is that right? So Mandy Rowden, she's going to have a new CD coming out pretty soon, and so you're going to get to hear it here first. Woo! So I'm going to put this right here so people can see that. A couple of things that I want to talk to you guys about first was please, please, please go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, our yet-to-be channel. I'm not sure how all that works. All I know is I'm supposed to tell you to go and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free, and then whenever we put out a new video, they'll send you an email saying, hey, there's a new video, the Big Daddy G Show, I posted a new video. We won't send you any spam or anything like that, so please try to subscribe on that. Another thing is we're also on Twitter and Instagram and just about everything else that's out there that I don't know a whole lot about them. They treat me like Trump when it comes to Twitter and all that. They're so worried that I'm going to say something stupid, and which I probably will, but if you know me, then you know that that's just the way it is. All right, so please, YouTube, subscribe, and join us on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you like it, and make sure you follow us, and make sure you subscribe. So there. A couple of the things that I want to talk about was a friend of the show's and a friend of Austin Film Society had a heart attack a couple of days ago, Kevin Smith. Kevin, I know that you watch, so I'm going to do, how many valves are in the heart? Is it 3? 4? All right, so I'm going to have 4 sips for you. There's 1, Kevin. There's 2. There's 3, and there's 4, just for you, Kevin. So get better. He was doing a show, a comedy show. He had 2 sets. What is a set? A set is when you go up and you perform, and and so he did his first set, and then he said he started to feel kind of nauseous. So I thought to myself, a lot of people don't know. I actually had a heart attack, and I didn't know I was having it. So I called my sister, who was an RN. This was many years ago. And I called my sister, who's an RN, and she said, well, tell me what you're feeling. And I told her, I said, well, I feel nauseous, and I'm really, really lightheaded. And so after I told her all the symptoms, my back was hurting really bad. And she said, well, it sounds like you're having a heart attack. She says, I'm going to hang up and I'm going to call an ambulance. Well, at the time I lived out in Lakeway, so I wasn't about to take, I'm a cheap, what. So I wasn't about to spend, $1,200 on an ambulance. And so I, like a DA, which stands for dumb, got in my car and decided I was going to drive to Brackenridge Hospital and save me the money. Well, I don't know how, but I ended up at a bus stop on 183 and Olin Road area, something like that, and by Jollyville Road. And I ended up there, and I don't know how I got there. So, but I got on a bus, and I told the bus driver what was going on, and so he took me all the way downtown. He offered to get me an ambulance, and I said, no, I'm good. How much is the fare? It was like 50 cents or 75 cents or something like that. Anyway, so I got to the hospital, and everything was fine. They ran a bunch of tests, and so everything was fine. But I did have a heart attack, and I didn't know I was having it. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a lot of things that you can do to prevent this. Now, Kevin is a lot younger than me, and he had a heart attack. One of the biggest reasons that people have heart attacks is, high cholesterol, your arteries are clogged, and that type thing. And a lot of people don't know what's going on. They say, oh, well, you have hypertension, and but some of the risks that even kids run into is that they'll have dinner, a big dinner, and then they go right to bed, right to sleep. And for some reason, something happens to your body, and that causes a lot of kids to have like seizures. They also have they'll have a brain aneurysm, where they just go out, So that's one of the biggest things to not have that problem is to don't eat a huge meal and then go to bed. That's one of the biggest problems of that. So there is some stuff that I started taking. Now you want to talk to your doctor first. Of course, your doctor, don't forget, they get paid to write prescriptions. And if they tell you they don't, they're lying. Like I said before, I had a father-in-law that was a doctor, and so I know that for a fact. They do get kickbacks. There's a recipe that you can probably find it on YouTube. I started taking it, and my blood pressure has actually gone down from, I was like super high, like 200 and something over 180, 190. And it's gotten down to 165, which is still high. It's still high, but it still needs to go a lot lower than that. So it's called a shot to the heart drink, and what it is you put ginger, honey, garlic, and there's one other ingredient I can't remember right offhand. I know there's water in there too, but anyway, you warm it up, and then you just take a teaspoon every day in the morning, hopefully or preferably on an empty stomach, and dude, it seems to be working. And this is one of those cures that comes from the other side of the planet. I believe the Chinese came up with this cure. I'm not 100% sure who gets responsibility for that, but it does work. So, but again, I'm supposed to tell you to talk to your doctor, find out, if they say it's okay, then do it. If they don't, if you'll write us to thebigdaddyg.com and tell us you want the recipe, we'll send you the recipe. And then you just keep it in your fridge, dude. It's real easy. And you gotta like garlic. If you don't like garlic, it might not work for you, but you gotta like garlic. I also went to New Fortune Restaurant a couple of days ago and sat with my friend Tat, one of the owners of the New Fortune Restaurant on North Lamar in Austin, Texas. Awesome food. You've got to try the salt and pepper shrimp. It's delicious. It's their biggest seller. But they just had a new Chinese year. And so I want to say congratulations to all the Chinese on the new Chinese year. I didn't get to go to the celebration, mostly because I was hungover, but that's another story. I want to congratulate, there's a little town just north of Austin called Pflugerville. And I wanted to congratulate the Pflugerville Choir, who is going to be performing with Foreigner on ACL. So if you've never listened to them, you got to tune into that because they're really awesome. And again, they're going to be playing with Foreigner on ACL. You can Google that and find out what the date is and everything. So special thanks to the Houston firefighters who saved a mom and her kids from a fire a couple of days ago. And dude, those guys are awesome. They don't care. They'll go into whatever to try to save lives, and puppies and cats. So my hat's off to you guys for saving those kids and the mom. Awesome job, guys. Another thing I wanted to mention was that Moonlight Boulevard is putting out a new single, and I'm not sure what the name of the single is. Maybe Tyrone can tell me in my ear. But On March 3rd, they're going to be performing at Hanover's in Pflugerville. So make sure that you make it on March 3rd at Hanover's in Pflugerville. I will probably be there. They tend to treat me really nice when I show up, so I go. So anyway, well, that's the introduction for the show. Please sit back and relax. We're going to have Mandy Rowden. We're going to do an interview with some of the band members. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Living ain't easy and love is no exception. Don't I know that's true? But you gotta let your walls come down and let love get to you. The days are long, but the years are fast. Our lives are passing us by, and I can't stand the thought of another day, baby, without you by my side. Come on, baby, won't you let me in? The wolves are out to get me. I could use a friend. The harder the heart, the bigger the wind. So come on, baby, won't you let me in?
All right, kids, we're back. My first guest that we're going to have tonight is Mandy Rowden. Is that right? Rowden. I was trying so hard to get it. Mandy, come on in. Ready to go? I want to have a seat. All right. So, tell me a little bit about Mandy.
I don't even know where to begin, but I did
Okay.
want to tell you a similar story about driving myself to Brackenridge Hospital
Oh,
with
nice.
appendicitis.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
I made it, but I'm
Yeah.
with you on skipping the $1,200
I know,
ambulance
it's
rides,
insane.
even if it means I might die.
Yeah, it means exactly. You know, that's when my sister was like, "What are you gonna do? You're not gonna, you're gonna be dead. You're not gonna have a use for the
Oh,
money."
watch me.
And I was like, "Oh, watch me." Well, when I got to the hospital, the doctors were like, "What took you? Why did you take so long to get here? You should have gotten here right away." Da, da, da. And I just said, "Well, dude, I know I'm not gonna die today, so I just knew that I wasn't gonna die that day." So, and here I am. And that was like, I don't even know, probably 10, 12 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, he's
So,
him.
yeah. Okay. So anyway, but you're good now. I mean,
Yeah. It's been 8 years without an appendix. Coincidentally, also, that was the last day I ever smoked a cigarette.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, no
I,
appendix, no cigarettes.
I have a friend named Tyler that's trying to quit cigarettes. Do you have any advice for anybody that's trying to quit cigarettes?
Man, it's the best thing I've ever done in my
Yeah.
life. And I know it's hard, but it's so worth it.
Yeah.
So worth it.
Yeah.
It gave me a whole new perspective on my own empowerment, what I
Right.
could accomplish.
Right.
And it made me feel good about a lot of things, not just money. Thank you.
Well, and you don't.
I can actually, that's like a loaded question. I can
Yeah.
talk, I have a whole spiel about quitting, but now's probably not the time.
Well, I have a friend. See, and a lot of, I have no, I don't know. If you know me personally, then you know that I have no filter. And, dude, if you smell like an ashtray, I'm going to tell you, dude, I don't know if anybody's told you, but you smell like an ashtray, that might be why you can't get dates, So I do have a couple of friends that are smokers, and they smell like a walking
Yeah.
ashtray. But they're so used to that smell, they don't, they don't smell it, I guess. I don't know. But, and I know that also goes with dogs. If you have a dog or cat, and you they smell up the house, and so then you start smelling like your dog and your cat. So anyway, I smell pretty good. But
I probably smell like a cat.
you probably smell like that?
Yeah.
Well, dude, cats are so cool. I actually found a really cool video the other day, and it had this cat, and instead of Snapchat, it said Cat Snap or something, and it had a cat doing this number. So you were with us I guess it was about a year ago. And we played in the smaller studio, which now we've got the huge studio.
So
And it's a big, big difference. We have I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a new little toy here. It's a new microphone. And I've just been told that I can't do this. Oh, did I do it?
Anyway, that should piss off Shane. And but anyway, so tell me a little bit about what have you been doing since the last time you were on the show?
Well, since I was here last, I got over the flu,
Right.
which had
Yeah,
me
you had
a little horizontal last time I was here. But I also got a record deal and made a new album. So that's kind of the main. Thank you. I'm excited about it.
Awesome.
I'm on a label out of Colorado now called Howlin' Dog Records.
Nice.
And over September and October, we recorded this, and then it officially comes out March 9th. And it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of fun. So far, so good. The label's awesome.
Nice.
And
What is this the CD here?
That's it, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
That's
Awesome.
it. It's available for pre-order
Okay.
on my website. And we had a successful Kickstarter and raised a bunch of money. So it's been this
Nice.
really cool team effort.
Nice.
And I like it.
Nice.
It's got some of my favorite songs I've written so far.
Well, we have through our website, in case you know of anybody that doesn't have cable, you can go to our website, BigDaddyG.com, and watch this show live. So if you know of somebody that wants to be watching the show but they can't, you can go to our website and watch it. And I hope there'll be information there about your new album and stuff like that when it's coming out. We can send it out. But what I wanted to say was that we keep track. We hired this company to keep track of how many people watch the show through the website. And we actually have more people watching through the website than we are. I don't know about Austin. I'm not sure what the numbers are through the system here, but we had a lot of people watching your show last time.
Really?
Yeah, last time they watched the show through our website, I don't remember the number, but it was a huge number.
Wow.
So it was like this, and then it went whang, you know.
Wow.
And then the next show was, out of work
Right.
hookers, so the show, went back to normal. But yeah, you had a huge following,
Wow.
And like I said, I met her at a what are those
The
called?
farmer's
farmer's market.
In the parking lot.
In the
at Lake
parking lot at a
Lime.
farmer's market. No, she wasn't working the parking lot, and neither was I. There was actually a farmer's market there, and I heard her singing from across the parking lot, and I was like, wow, that sounds awesome. But I think I just said in the last show that I thought somebody was playing the radio,
I was
so I didn't
doing
know that was you.
All my Rolling Stones songs.
Yeah.
And you guys came through.
Yeah, I didn't know that was her singing. I thought it was on somebody on the radio. So she's that good. So you gotta listen. Now they're gonna play a few songs for us a little bit later on after the interview. So make sure you stay tuned because you're gonna love this music. What songs are you gonna sing tonight?
Well, we've got 4 picked out from the new record.
Okay.
One is the title track, which is called When That Day Comes.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a song I wrote a long time ago called The Escape, which I keep being told is sort of sounds like a Grateful Dead throwback, which is
Cool.
the
man.
last thing on my mind when I was writing it, but I still think that's kind of cool. And then a song called Christmas in Durango, which
Okay.
coincidentally I wrote on Christmas Day in Durango.
Oh,
Colorado.
nice.
Clever, isn't it?
Nice.
And then the first single from the album is called San Antonio, and we'll wrap up with that one. I played that last time I was
I
here.
know.
Tyrone requested that especially.
Dude, that's my favorite song. Well, I haven't heard your other songs, the new ones, but the San Antonio song, In fact, I'll show you something. And I carry your CDs
Oh,
that
wow.
you gave me a year ago.
Yeah.
See, and whenever I'm in somebody's car and they're playing crappy music, I always tell them, I said, dude, I know it's your car, but I can always take a cab. So we play your CDs, and everybody wants to steal the CDs. So I have
Wow.
to, yeah, dude, I have to make sure
I
that.
know where they can get more.
There you go. And what's the name of your website?
It's just MandyRowden.com.
MandyRowden.com. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on the videos that we have, the last one, and I believe we're going to have it on this one once it hits the website. It'll be on there. So where have you played that's really cool lately? Like in the last year? It's been about a year.
I've been all over the place. I have this kind of life goal to never spend the summer in Austin ever again.
Oh, nice.
And I'm on like my 5th year of making that dream come true. So I did actually 2 different trips out through the West Coast, up through California and over to Montana, which is sort of my favorite home away from home. So I've gotten to do all that a couple of times now, which has been really awesome. I also have a good home base here at the Saxon Pub, right right here in Austin.
Right.
That's where I play the most when I'm in town with the guys from the band, and that's always been a favorite of mine, even before I played there. So,
Nice. Well, now your drummer is in the middle of a sex change operation or something and couldn't make
he
it.
can't make up his mind.
So you have a fill-in. We have a fill-in named Chris Gilson, who's a fill-in drummer, and for you. And well, I hope everything works out. What's your name of your regular drummer?
George Duron plays with us
George?
generally.
Hey,
He's
George,
just
I hope-
super popular and booked up.
Dude, just stay up with the hormone injections and you'll be fine, Georgie.
He loves these
You'll
kind
be
of jokes.
fine. I'm just kidding. But okay. So, what about you? Used to have a group that you were doing, or I guess a business that you were
Girl
doing called
Guitar,
Girl Guitar.
yeah.
And I wanted to ask you about that. How's that going? Is it
It's-
still going strong?
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's going crazy. We're in our 11th year now, which kind of blows my
Wow.
mind. I can't
Wow.
believe it's been that long. And we just had an entire weekend of showcases, 2
Yeah.
solid days at the 121 bar down on South Lamar. And it's so cool. It's all women 21 and up, taking classes and everything from picking up a guitar for the first time through joining a band, writing your own songs, the whole experience. It's really fun, really cool.
And it's just for women.
Just for women,
Okay.
21 and up.
And George.
And
Soon.
George,
Soon. Soon, Georgie. Soon.
sorry.
So now, the last time you were with us, did you have a band
I was
put
solo
together, or
that
you were
night.
solo?
I've been
But I mean-
playing with the band for a long time. I
Okay.
don't remember the circumstances why
Okay.
I was on my own that night, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you probably didn't want to get them sick because you had the flu.
that it was probably I'm,
Yeah.
Sure, I'm always looking out for their best
Yeah.
interests, so I'm sure
Did-
that was it.
In Japan, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I'm going to tell you because I thought it was rude, or I thought maybe it was just people that are, like germaphobes or something. But if you see somebody from Japan, China, they're so considerate of people that if you ever see them wearing one of those like doctor masks, you know what I'm talking about? It's because they're sick and they don't want to get you sick. So they wear those masks to so that they don't get anybody sick. And I thought, wow, that's really considerate, So anyway, so this band that you've been playing with, when did you all put it together, or you've been together before?
Yeah, I want to say, I think I wrangled Tim, the bass player, who you'll meet in a minute, about this time about 3 years ago.
Okay.
When I was making my first record. And he came on board to record, and then I
Yeah.
just kind of snagged him for the live shows. And then I guess, it's been 3 years now. And then Jay, the guitar player, I honestly don't even remember. 2 years now, Jay, you think? Yeah. And George came on board maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Something to that effect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I heard you guys warming up, and it sounded really, really nice. So, kids, you got to stay tuned, man. You got to stay tuned. All right, so, Mandy, we're going to bring Tim McMaster up next, and he's the bass player. Where's Tim? Well, come on over here, Tim.
I think you have to slide.
Yeah, we can't see you. We can't see you over there. Yeah, you got to come over here, sit here. Sit in the big boy chair. Come on, Timmy. Can't see you over there, Tim. Well, yeah, we can't see you, Tim. You got to get over here. He's shy. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Tyrone, can you bring the stun gun? He's over here behind the chair now. Okay. I'm G.
G.
Nice to meet you.
I didn't meet you.
All right, go ahead and have a seat.
Right.
All right, go ahead. All right, so tell me a little bit about Mr. Tim. Where are you from?
I am from Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
That's
Where you
what,
from?
That's where
G.
South Texas. But that's Bill Cosby used to call it Philadelphia. I actually got lost in Philadelphia once, and from what I understand, I was not in a good part of town. But dude, everybody was really nice. Nobody gave me a hard time or anything. We even got to park. We went to eat at the two. What is it called?
Cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Phil's and
Larry's.
and
Larry's,
Hats.
Phil's,
Hats.
and Chico's.
Okay. Well, dude, they're delicious, dude. They were really, really good. Wit cheese or wit whip or something like that.
Wit is, yeah.
Wit, yeah.
The 3 Mile Island cheese.
Yeah.
What is
3 Mile
that?
Island cheese.
What is that?
That's a little scary.
It's in a can, like a 5-gallon can.
So it's not really cheese? Oh, man.
It's good though.
It's like the nacho stuff, right? They put
Yeah,
on nachos.
yes,
Okay. And so how long have you been playing bass?
Oh, like 10, 20, 30, 40 days.
30. Oh, okay, well, good. Well, and you enjoy playing bass? Do you play any other instruments?
No, bass, 4 strings is as high as I go.
Okay. 4 strings as high as I go.
Yeah.
So I saw this cartoon. I'm going to tell it. I know Tony's going to get mad, but I'm going to tell it. I saw this cartoon one time, and there's this guy, and he's got this girl in the room, and she starts pulling down her skirt, you know, and she says, "So what do you play in the band?" And the guy says, "Bass," and she goes, "Oh," and she starts pulling her skirt back up. So anyway, I just thought that was pretty funny.
It is fun. I get it.
Okay. And
Totally get it.
how long have you been in Austin?
Oh, like 8 weeks.
8 weeks? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so why did you move to Austin?
For the travel and adventure.
Nice.
And skiing.
And the skiing?
Skiing, great. And, yeah,
You mean like the snow skiing?
yes.
Okay. Well, we do have good snow here, from what I understand.
I'm kidding with you.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a really cool looking hat. That really, it's a really
I
neat
like
looking-
yours as well.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. This actually has fallen in the water in Maine. I took it to Maine with me, and it flew off the boat.
I saw your hat back in the thing there. And
Uh-huh.
I thought it was Mandy's, and I was like, oh, what was Mandy doing with that hat? But it works with you.
Well, thank you. Well, dude, I don't know. Mandy's beautiful, dude. She could wear a hat or no hat. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So, any kids? Do you have any kids?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Okay. Are you married? Yeah.
My wife's right over here.
Oh, good. I don't see her.
Will you let her in?
Oh, she's hiding behind one of the camera guys. All right. And how long have y'all been married?
Oh,
Oh,
8 weeks.
8. No, you're kidding. Is he
Yeah.
kidding? He's kidding. Okay. And so you're new to Austin.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow,
Pretty
dude.
new.
Wow. And do you like it so far?
it's awesome.
Awesome.
I love the traffic too.
Oh, dude, we yeah, I don't know. I
It's
think
so
they have
great.
classes on how to.
The skyscrapers and
Yeah.
the cranes.
Yeah.
And I especially like the DUI cops. They're my favorite.
Yeah, they're your
They have
favorite.
a
Yeah.
whole patrol going at. They
Yeah.
hardworking dudes.
Yeah. Well,
Making
dude,
a lot of money.
so you got to understand how I actually a few years ago I got a ticket for public nudity at the state capitol. So if y'all look me up, you're gonna find that. And yeah, and it was I was framed, right? No, but so anyway, I thought that it was a warning that the cop gave me because he told me it was a warning, and it was a state trooper, and it was a warning, and so I just blew it off, you
Yeah.
know. And then they came to get me one day, and they were real nice, no handcuffs or nothing, you know. Put me in the back seat of the car, and I got to talk to this deputy. And the deputy said, I asked him, I said, how come cops give out so many tickets, or you know? And he said, well, if they can't prove that their job is worth having, in other words, if they don't bring enough revenue in, then there's no need for their job, so they get rid of them, you know. So, you know, you're talking about the DUI cops. I don't know where they set up camp, but dude, I just don't drive drunk anymore. You know, I mean, it's not worth it, dude. $17,500 is basically what it's going to cost
What
you.
do you do drunk? If I can ask.
Well, dude, when I drink, I don't kid around. But when I drink, I can't even dial.
Cheers.
Oh, salud.
Salud.
I can't even dial the phone. My bartenders all know that when it's time to go, it's time to go.
I hear
And
you.
they just call me a cab, and you know, they just go, just
That
lean up
is-
against that wall, G, you'll be fine.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, it really is, you know, because missing work and attorneys and, you know, it's just a big mess. So, all right, so the next guy we're going to bring in is Jay Caviola. So if you could move down one,
I'm gonna slide on
hopefully
down
Jay
for Jay.
won't come around the back and...
How you doing, Jay?
Great, man. How you doing?
Awesome. Have a seat.
Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Guys.
So, Jay, what does J stand for? Is it John?
Jason.
Jason.
Jason
Oh, okay,
Caviola.
cool. And what is Caviola? Is that Italian or what is that?
Yeah, it's Italian. I'm from the central New York. I grew up in Holland, Patton, New York, right outside of Utica.
Okay.
A lot of Italians in that area.
How you doing? You got to say how you doing.
How you doing?
How you doing? No, that's Brooklyn though, right? That's more of a
sure.
Brooklyn accent.
I seen movies.
I have seen movies,
Sounds about
yeah.
right.
Dude, I'm just having fun with it. Dude, I love Italians. One of our old DPs, CJ, was Italian or part Italian. But so, do you live here in Austin?
Yeah.
And just the reason I'm asking you guys these questions is because there are a lot of people out there that want to know who you are, a little bit more about you, so that they can go, oh, dude, I relate to that guy.
Yeah.
So, do you have any kids?
No.
No kids? Are you
Single.
married? And single? He's single. He's single. So, and how
all my
long?
hair.
And he's got blonde hair.
All of it. I have it all.
Oh, okay, yeah. And how long have you lived in Austin?
I've been here for about 11 years.
11 years,
And
okay.
oddly enough, when I'm at the second or third gig I ever played here, I met Mandy. I don't know if she remembers that. She was getting off stage at Jovita's, and I said hi to her, talking about teaching guitar.
Right,
and that was
right.
just a kind of a memory I had, but yeah.
Right.
But I moved here from Western New York about 11 years ago.
Nice, nice. And you like Austin, I guess? Because
Yeah,
you've
it's
been
great.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And dude, if y'all will invite me to the Saxton pub place, I'm sure I've been thrown out of there before. But dude, I'd like to go and watch you guys play. So make sure you tell us, when you're going to play there next. Do you know when your next date to play there is?
CD release party, April 28th.
Oh, that's right. You told me earlier. Dude, I was wondering what those pills were that I took earlier. I found these 2 white pills, and they seem to be working pretty good. So you play guitar, and how long have you been playing guitar?
28 weeks.
8 weeks.
About 23 years. I don't know. I played violin from 8 years old to
Wow.
16, then guitar from 16 to now.
And have you ever touched a Stradivarius?
No.
Wouldn't
I've
that
not
be
touched
awesome, dude? Wouldn't it be awesome just to play?
It would be neat to play an old instrument. A buddy of mine's got some really old instruments. I'm afraid that maybe they'll crack if you
Yeah.
look at them wrong. But yeah.
Well, I guarantee you it's insured, so you don't have to worry about that. But well, I'm glad to hear that you're playing with Mandy. I heard you guys, like I said earlier, warming up, and you sounded really good just warming up. So you guys got to stay tuned. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a more to come poster, but this one's going to be 2 minutes so that they have time to get up and get all set up. So you got 2 minutes to take a puff, take a rip, take a sip. And we'll be right back. All right, you got 2 minutes.
Lord help the man who stands in its way. This rain's a long time coming, and it's gonna come today. This flood, it was promised. The river, it swells, and this one is gonna hurt like hell. So hold your children close, get on your knees and pray. With any luck tomorrow, we'll still be holding sway. The roads are long gone, the trees have been felled, and this one is gonna hurt like hell. Judgment Day is here, the grim reaper's at my door. I'll reel the fire and brimstone like we've never known before. The cattle are restless, the night thick with the smell, and this one is gonna hurt like hell. So we batten down the hatches, knuckles have turned pale, bracing for the first wave of Mother Nature's angry spell.
Mandy Rowden and the boys. Here we go.
Thank you so much. We're going to play the title track off of my forthcoming record. This is called When That Day Comes.
Some years down the line, many miles down the road, with a head full of stories and a long life to show. We'll take one last step in this long race we've run. When that day comes, oh Lord, when that day comes, we'll suffer no more, we'll know no more sorrow. We'll never be hungry nor toil for tomorrow. These tired old hands will again be made young. When that day comes, oh Lord, when that day comes. And when that day comes, what joys fruits of our labor, the fields we have sown. One last hallelujah, the final note song. When that day comes, oh Lord, when that day comes. We've grown so weak, frail from life's burdens. Backs have been bent, faces pale from the worry. At last we'll rejoice for this pardon we've won. When that day comes, oh Lord, when that day comes. And when that day comes, what joys we will know. Fruits of our labor, fields we have sown. One last hallelujah, the final note song. When that day comes, oh Lord, when that day comes. When that day comes, oh Lord, when that day comes. I wish that I was almost anyone else and not stuck away here on your back shelf. Truly, if I think about it hard enough, and I can just fly away from all of the stuff. Wake up in a world where I'm never alone, and I'm not afraid to wake up on my own. In a world where I don't have to act so tough. Waking up wasn't really so damn rough, but like a dream I tried to scream. Couldn't find my voice, so I thought that I should leave, and then you gave me no choice. I learned how to wake up on my own, but I'm never gonna like this being alone. Being alone. say I try not to lie, but like a dream I tried to scream. Couldn't find my voice, so I thought that I should leave, and then you gave me no choice. I learned how to wake up on my own, but I'm never gonna like this feeling alone. Being alone. I wish that I was almost anyone else and not stuck away here on your back shelf. Surely if I think about it hard enough, and I can just fly away from all of this stuff. Just fly away from all of this stuff. Just fly away from all of this stuff.
Thank you very much.
Like I said, these songs are all from the forthcoming record called When That Day Comes. And you can find out a lot more at MandyRowden.com. But it comes out on March 9th, and I'm super excited to share it with everybody. My name's Mandy Rowden. It's awesome being here with you. We're going to play a song called Christmas in Durango. And this is a literal account I wrote on Christmas Day sitting in a hotel room in downtown Durango, Colorado. I went up there for some much needed R&R, and here it is. Turn northwest towards Land Passes, left our hometown in the dust. Another year brings new beginnings, a shiny new thing to replace the rust. Reached Albuquerque well by sundown, made the pass in the freezing rain. Adios to the year behind us, lost the heartache and the pain. Our spirits rise with the elevation,
take on another year. Finally fly like we were meant to live with love and not with fear. The drive back home never seems that long. Home is such a fine sight to see. It's time next year if nothing goes wrong. Colorado bound, we'll pray to be. Let's lay our troubles on the sidewalk. Let's bury our sadness in the snow. We'll set our sights on another mountaintop. Let's spend Christmas in Durango. Let's spend Christmas in Durango. Well, thanks, you guys. We have one song left for you, and this is the first single off of the new record, but it's also kind of special because Tyrone, who produces this show, requested it by name. And I don't know if you guys will appreciate this story, but I think it's worth telling. I have a friend with a 7-year-old daughter who likes this song a lot, and the only version that she knows is the one from your show last time I was here. And they go to YouTube and they look up the Big Daddy G Show and listen to this song, which is called San Antonio. And one of the first times I played it live was here last year when I was practically dead with the flu, and I had just written it and hadn't even conceived of this album yet. But it's kind of cool how stuff goes full circle like that sometimes. So this is our last tune. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us tonight, tuning into this show. My name's Mandy Rowden, mandyrowden.com for all the info. Nobody's getting younger, and you wish that you'd been warned. Dash light's your only company, and the rear view is a storm. Now it's late, and you're sober, and you know you're gonna sleep alone. So you wait till it's over, and you wish you could go back home. Picking up your telephone calls. Now it's Christmas and you're sober, and it feels like you've really reached the end. You can't fix this, you can't find shelter. Every street light reminds you of where you've been. Oh, San till it's over, and you could go back home. Oh, San Antonio, don't look like much on the road. Lady knows which way to go. Oh, just fear to tread. Gonna love you till the day that I drop dead. We drive from
Awesome. We'll be right back. We're going to interview Mandy just a little bit more, so stay tuned. Kids, we're back.
Andy was just asking me about that little glass that I was holding. That liquid is so precious, it's so expensive that you can only get it in tiny little type shot things. So I called my Aunt Diane up in Washington and asked her to send me another picture of my Aunt Mary. And this is my Aunt Mary when she was a little girl getting ready for church. Can you do a close-up there? Oh, look at my Aunt Mary. Oh, isn't she adorable? All right, so I just want to get this out. I was handed this a little while ago. Mr. Tim McMasters, I got a party with you, wherever you are, mister. I want to party with that guy. Don't forget that March 3rd, Hanover's in Pflugerville. I will be there. And where are you guys playing next?
Well, the big show coming up is the CD release party, which is April 28th at the Saxon Pub.
April 28th, Saxon Pub. Well, time goes by like that.
True.
So April 28th, Saxon Pub, and that's here in Austin?
It is.
That's on 6th Street.
No, South Lamar.
South Lamar, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm hitting the mic again. All right, so make sure that you go out to that, April 28th.
Yeah.
And do you know what time it's going to be?
6 p.m. I do
6
know,
p.m.
yeah.
Dude, y'all got to go check that out. If I get an invitation, I'll go. I want to go. All right, so there you go. One thing I wanted to mention is earlier I had to introduce him twice. Whenever you're doing a live show, sometimes things go wrong, and sometimes, and that's just the way it is. So my apologies for having to do that over, but hey, it worked out. What else? Get up and go for a walk. Don't just sit around doing nothing. Get up and go for a walk. And don't forget Moonlight Boulevard's playing at Hanover's in Pflugerville on March 3rd. Dude, you got to go see these guys. They're awesome. I will probably be there. I haven't been thrown out of there in a long time, so hopefully they won't remember me. Let's see. I got a whole list of stuff here. Thank you, Mandy, very much for being here. Oh, I got to say one last thing. Viva Taiwan!
G Show.
Here